This is BBC Television from London. Normal programming has been suspended. This is BBC Television from London. Normal programming has been suspended. This is BBC Television from London. Normal programming has been suspended. The following message is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. At 6 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, the Metropolitan Police are investigating a string of murders in the West London area. The victims of the murders range from secondary school students to teachers. As of now, no link has been made of the victims and no suspects have been named as of now due to the start of the investigation. All residents of the West London area are advised to stay vigilant and to stay indoors at this time. If you see any suspicious activity or have any information on the victims, contact the Metropolitan Police. Stay tuned to the BBC for more updates on this event.
Welcome to BBC News. As you may have heard, the Metropolitan Police are investigating a string of murders in the West London area. A connection has been made of the victims. The victims range from secondary school students and teachers. Currently, the schools of the victims have sent condolences to the victims' families and friends. The Prime Minister has said in a statement that he is absolutely angry and outraged at the murders by calling it horrendous, and has called the murderers stupid, little, pathetic scums, and that he has a stern warning for them that they either give themselves up by playing it the easy way or be hunted and die a violent death by playing it the hard way. The Metropolitan Police are advising all residents of the West London area to stay indoors and to remain vigilant. We now turn to sports.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. At 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, more murders have been reported at this time. The victims of the murders range from secondary school students to teachers. In addition, a link has been discovered by the police on how the victims were killed. The victims have been stabbed to death in the same fashion of how the victims in the Woodsboro Massacre have been killed in the movie Scream. The police now believe that they are now dealing with a serial killer. As of now, no suspects have been named, but many people have claimed seeing an individual wearing a ghost face mask from the movie Scream, but cannot be confirmed at this time. All residents of the West London area are advised to stay vigilant and to stay indoors at this time. If you see any suspicious activity or have any information on the victims, contact the Metropolitan Police immediately. Stay tuned to the BBC for more updates on this developing situation.
Welcome back to BBC News. The Metropolitan Police have made a discovery regarding the murders in West London. According to the report, the victims have been killed in the same style as to how Billy Loomis and Stu Marker killed their victims in their killing spree in the movie Scream. As of now, no suspects have been named, but many people have reported seeing an individual wearing a ghost face costume from the movie Scream, but cannot be confirmed at this time. This is reminding me of the Scream movie when it was first released. Anyways, The Metropolitan Police are advising all residents of West London to stay vigilant and remain indoors at this time. If you have any children that go to school, you are advised to be with them for their safety. We now head to BBC Sports. The following message is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. At 3 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, more murders have been reported at this time. The victims of the murders range from secondary school students to teachers. In addition, the unknown individual wearing the ghost face costume has been confirmed as the suspect, as he was last seen in the area of the latest murder. As of now, the identity of the suspect is currently unknown, but many are claiming that it's the actor Matthew Lillard who played Stu Marker in the Scream film, but cannot be confirmed at this time. All residents of the West London area are advised to stay vigilant and to stay indoors at this time. If you see any suspicious activity or have any information on the victims, contact the Metropolitan Police immediately. Stay tuned to the BBC for more updates on this developing situation.
Welcome back to BBC News. There's a new revelation about the suspect regarding the murders in West London. The suspect has turned out to be the individual wearing the ghost face costume from the movie Scream. But many are claiming the suspect wearing the ghost face costume is actor Matthew Lillard, who played Stu Marker in the first Scream movie, but cannot be confirmed at this time. As of now, the death toll is around 100 people so far. This is reminding me of the fictional Woodsboro Massacre in the first Scream film. Anyways, the Metropolitan Police is advising all residents of West London to continue the previous instructions to ensure you and your children's safety. We now go to BBC Weather.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. At 7:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, many families have received phone calls claiming that they will die a painful and violent death if they don't answer any questions related to the movie Scream. Many families have reported that the caller is actor Matthew Lillard, who played Stu Marker in the first Scream film, but cannot be confirmed at this time. In addition, a new link has been confirmed by the Metropolitan Police. The victims of the killer received the same type of phone calls prior to their deaths by the killer. All residents of West London are advised to continue the previous instructions. If your phone rings, don't answer the phone, as it may be the killer. The whole of West London is now under lockdown until the killer has been found. A curfew will be enacted at 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you're caught after 7 p.m., you'll be arrested and questioned. The Metropolitan Police and the British Army will be deployed to West London to deal with the situation. Stay tuned to the BBC for more updates on this developing situation.
Good morning and welcome to BBC News. The situation regarding the Scream-like killings has escalated even further. The whole of West London is now under lockdown and schools are closed due to the killer's victims being school students and teachers. This is almost like the movie Scream, but it's happening in real life. The Metropolitan Police hasn't confirmed that the killer is actor Matthew Lillard, as there's no sufficient evidence. The Metropolitan Police are ordering all residents of West London to continue abiding the current lockdown and curfew to ensure your safety. We now go to our reporter Arthur, who is currently in West London. Arthur, how is it out there?
Yes, Daniel, the streets of West London are very quiet due to the increase of murder cases. Martial law and a lockdown is now being initiated and residents have been ordered to stay in their homes. This is much like the film Scream, but on a different level. I'll toss it back to the studio.
The following broadcast is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. At 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, the killer wearing the ghost face costume from the movie Scream is confirmed to be the actor Matthew Lillard, who played Stu Marker in the first Scream film. In addition, he has killed around 100 more victims over the past few days, bringing the death toll to around 1,000. The Metropolitan Police are advising all residents of the West London area to continue the lockdown and curfew to ensure your safety. Don't approach Matthew Lillard as he's considered armed and dangerous. Stay tuned to the BBC for more updates on this developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the London Metropolitan Police. This is an all-clear message. At 6 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, the killer Matthew Lillard has been detained by a joint SAS and Metropolitan Police task force after taking the Prime Minister and his cabinet hostage. The threat to West London is over. You may now exit your homes. The Metropolitan Police are thanking you for your cooperation during this emergency. We now return to regular programming.
Es gibt ein Haus in Neu-Berlin, man nennt es Haus Abendrot. Es war der Ruin vieler guter Jungs, von mir, mein Gott, litt ich Not. Hätt ich meinem Anführer zugehört,